Joining me now is NBC News chief political analyst Chuck Todd, who will be with me throughout this week, throughout this convention. Chuck, thanks for being here and starting us off.
One of the great privileges in life is to be serenaded by James Taylor while sitting next to you.
Well, it was a privilege, wasn't it?
It is.
It was great.
It's sort of one of the unique things. It's sort of like what I love about conventions are the odd moments like that. I know what everybody sees on TV, but you're just like ready. Well, by the way, James Taylor's doing a sound check.
And he did a full...
Did the full rehearsal. Wanted to hear it.
Exactly. Let's talk about the other kind of extraordinary thing, which is that we are sitting here. You and I were at the RNC together. Everything has changed. We were, at that point in time, you and I kept asking ourselves, will Democrats be as united around President Biden? He's no longer at the top of the ticket. How do you see this convention being different than it would have been if he were at the top of the ticket?
Look, I think with Biden at the top of the ticket, it would have felt like a visit to the dentist's office. Something you had to do, and delegates would have been here, and they'd have done everything, but they weren't excited. I mean, what you really see in all the polls is she's gotten the Democratic coalition back. Now, she's got a long way to go because the next slice of voters are the ones that decide elections, but she got the Democrats back, and they are excited. The question is, are they excited because they think they have a chance? Yeah. Or are they excited because of her? And I don't think they're excited yet for her. I think they want to be. I think this convention's job is to, Doug Sosnick, a longtime Clinton political advisor, made a point last week. He said, he noted that Ronald Reagan and Barack Obama created movements. They weren't just campaigns, they were movements. He said, Kamala Harris has that opportunity. The question is, can the convention turn her candidacy into a movement? That's a high bar, and I don't want to sit here and say that that's going to happen. I think in our polarized times, it's very difficult to do. But are they going to make her a larger-than-life figure after this week? And I think that's the job of this convention, and that's what I'm going to be watching for. How much does this crowd fall in love with her? Right now, they're just ecstatic that it's not Biden, because they feel like they have a chance. This convention, if it's successful, means Democrats fell in love with their nominee.
Well, let me ask you the other big question. And as we are having this conversation, Chuck, we're looking at live pictures, I believe. We are going to see President Biden there. I don't see him yet, but I believe we will. Yes, there he is.
Yeah,
there he
governor,
is. Talking to the governor. Exactly. And we will continue to track his developments today. But, Chuck, the other big question that you've been grappling with, not just will this crowd fall in love with her, what happens to this bump that we're seeing in the polls? Will she get and I know you can't answer this, but it's a question of, is it possible we've seen the post-convention bump already?
So if you look at the 21st century campaigns, right, 6 of the 7, 5 of the 6 have been decided by 5 points or less, right? You would say, okay, she brought the party back to where it always is, right? And and that's where we are. If there's another bump out of here, then you have to start asking yourself that maybe this coalition to defeat Trump's bigger. I'm skeptical that it is. I think that she's gotten her bump already, and I think this is where we are. And now it's about, can you beat the turnout? One of the reasons why Republicans are sort of unskewing the polls is that there is a mini phenomenon we've been seeing in the polls released over the last 2 weeks, which is all of them have had larger Democratic participation than Republican participation. If you let your party ID float, some of that could be just simply enthusiasm. That happens, and it could signal something bigger, that the country is shifting a little bit, or it could simply be one side's paying attention, the other side isn't. That's another, like I said, I'm skeptical she can get more of a bump, but if she does, then we have to start asking ourselves, is this going to be a much different election than we've seen, frankly, in the entire century?
Because, of course, what we have seen is these incredibly close.
We're very narrowly divided. We're basically 48-48 we're trying to figure out, or 47-47, trying to figure out where the last 6% goes.
Right. So, and that's the backdrop to tonight's speech by President Biden. What are you going to be watching for, Chuck? And particularly, I ask it in this context, because he's officially passing the torch tonight. How does he do that in a way that emboldens Kamala Harris, pays tribute to his legacy, and allows her to move forward with this convention in a way that allows her to break a bit?
Well, look, it's interesting. Kamala Harris essentially got handed the nomination. So did Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Joe Biden got handed the nomination because the party elites were fearful that Bernie Sanders might win it. And instead, they quickly rallied around him.
You're referencing what happened in 2020.
That's right.
Yeah.
So to me, the legacy of Joe Biden is he's been a good Democrat.
Yeah.
That he has been a good steward of the party. He's not somebody that's tried to change the party. Bill Clinton came in and changed the party. Barack Obama came in and changed the party. They wanted to move the party in one direction, change its identity in different ways. Joe Biden never tried to do that. Joe Biden wanted to be a good member of the party, always being there for whoever the president was, whoever the Democratic leader was. And that, to me, is his legacy. And it ought to be what he leans on. And he's been and it shows you, institutionally, the Democratic Party is much stronger than the Republican Party.
Yeah.
Because Democratic elites were able to push their nominee out. Republican elites have never been able to push Trump out. And it shows you the difference between the two parties. And I think right now, so I'm curious how much Biden leans into the fact that he's been a good member of the party who handed him the keys and he was the leader and he finally handed them back. Maybe they had to be grabbed by Nancy Pelosi, but he was still willing to do it.
Right.
And I think it says something about how he viewed the presidency, that he decided he was presiding as a Democrat, not trying to change it in any one direction or the other.
Yeah, he said he was running as a bridge candidate, and there you go.
Well, he is now.
Yeah, he certainly is. Chuck, thank you. Day one of what is going to be a very busy and exciting week in politics. It's a very
party's
big
past
night.
on display.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
It is. It's going to be absolutely fascinating. We will be dissecting every single second of it with Chuck. Thank you so much, Chuck, and we will be looking forward to, again, more of his expertise all week long.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.